Hello and welcome to the first session ever of John's Rants. Every month we're going to do a 10-minute hot topic conversation regarding an issue that Pacific West members have told us they find problematic. This month we're going to talk about coming soon signs and coming soon campaigns. It's also a very hot topic at the Bureau of Real Estate, which will soon become the Department of Real Estate. And it's a very hot topic actually with NAR, with CAR, and with licensing organizations all over the country. So I wanted to kind of talk to you all about what is appropriate coming soon and what is not appropriate coming soon. There's a fiction out there that all coming soon signs and all coming soon listings and advertising are inappropriate, and that's actually not correct. So what is a coming soon sign, or what is a coming soon listing? Number one, it's a property that is not available for showing or sale by other MLS participants until a later date, if at all. It's essentially off-market listing. It's a form of a hold. Or it could be an unlisted property that may be listed with a broker in the near future. Coming soon signs are legitimate under many circumstances as a legitimate advertising technique that allows for owners to have more time to prepare repairs, to prepare whatever they need to do to get the property ready. It allows the realtor to develop an advertising campaign, and so it can also create a creative marketing plan, and it can also create interest in a property that may be coming on the market in the near future. However, there are many issues where coming soon signs are totally inappropriate, sometimes even illegal. Number one, in my view, and I believe in the view of most people that represent your interest, is that if you're putting together a coming soon campaign for the primary purpose of double-ending a transaction and you have not thoroughly explained all of the pros and the cons of actively vetting the property on the MLS, you may be in violation of the Bureau of Real Estate rules. You may be in violation of several aspects of the Code of Ethics and the MLS rules. So it's important that you understand that restricting the marketing of a seller is serious business, and while there are appropriate reasons for doing so, particularly in a market like the one that we have now, it may be highly inappropriate for you to do that. If you mislead or you misuse the concept of doing this for the purpose of double-ending your transaction, you may be in serious violation of BRE and Code of Ethics restrictions. My primary concern is this whole concept of dual agency and the desire to basically not cooperate with other participants and subscribers, and to double end the transaction for your benefit while possibly costing your client thousands of dollars. So again, be very, very careful. There's an article that was written recently that talks about a concept that coming soon signs, which means you're marketing to a much more limited group of people, may actually create violations of fair housing laws. So be very, very careful. Again, remember, the primary purpose of the multiple listing service is to be a cooperative amongst real estate professionals. Coming soon signs may violate Articles 1 of the Code of Ethics, which is to put your client's interest primary. You may be violating Article 2 if in fact what you're doing is misleading your client or anyone else, and obviously it could be a violation of the advertising ethics restrictions, which are contained in Article 10. Coming soon signs may also violate specific provisions of CRMLS's rules and regulations, and in that regard, take a good hard look at rules number 7.8, 7.9. 7.8 are the mandatory submissions, 7.9 are exempted listings, and 7.9.1 deal with days on market. Take a good close look at the two seller exemption forms, one that is produced at CRMLS, which I personally prefer, and one which is a CAR form, which you may also use. I like the CRMLS form because it gives you more choices and is much more specific. There was actually talk of making the CRMLS form a statewide form, but unfortunately, CRMLS has the technology to be able to do what that form requires, whereas other MLSs simply are not there yet, do not have that technology. Again, coming soon signs may affect days on market, and of course, that's an issue that appraisers and other members of the MLS are concerned with. Understand the instructions in the exemption form and be very clear on the rules so that you don't violate them and put yourself in a position where you may be facing a fine. Some of the best practices that I will close with are, number one, advertise only for properties that you have a signed listing agreement for. Number one, remember, you cannot put up any kind of a sign on a property at all without the express written permission of the owner of that property, wherever and however that may come about. Make sure you can document a compelling reason for choosing the tactic of coming soon. Make sure your file is clear. Make sure your seller has been advised in writing so that later on they don't deny that the conversations that you have with them have taken place. Make sure that you have informed written consent from your seller and that you have thoroughly vetted and made them understand all of the different aspects of coming soon signs, as well as fully advising them of the benefits and shortfalls of using the MLS. Don't pressure anyone into using the coming soon program or putting properties on hold for an extended period of time while you're allowed to market the property. It is perfectly okay to take interest lists when people call you about a property that you have on a coming soon campaign. It is not appropriate for you to actively market a property that you are using as a hold. Remember, a hold is an off-market listing. Make sure you comply with the Code of Ethics. Make sure you comply with the MLS rules. Make sure you fully understand all of the state laws dealing with what is in your client's best interest. There's a lot of information being written about coming soon signs right now. I would suggest that you go to the CRMLS website, which is go.crmls.org. Obviously, CAR's website has a lot of information, car.org. Of course, the NAR website also has information, as does my law firm. You can also take a look at an article that was created at the request of Pacific West for Pacific West and association members called the Advertising Guidelines. Go to Pacific West website, go to the Professional Standards Department, and look for the Advertising Guidelines. We have written a booklet on all of the issues relating to advertising, including the new advertising guidelines, including coming soon signs. I think you'll find it very valuable, and it's free to members of the association. Thank you again for attending the first session of John's Rants. Subscribe to the Pacific West YouTube site and that you become familiar with a great new program. It is the Live with Barb and Ray program. Barbara Betts is your current president, and Ray Fernandez is your president-elect, and both of them are going to be periodically putting together programs that should be of great interest to all of you in the Pacific West family.